Superior Court of Fulton County is now in session. Chief Judge Uri Glanville presiding. Court come to order.
please. We are on the record this morning in the matter of the State of Georgia versus Khalif Adams et al. In 22 SC 183572. All right, Mr. Stilwell and Mr. Sharp, good morning. Mr. Williams, Mr. Steele, Mr. Adams, and Ms. Renard, good morning. Mr. Kendrick and Mr. Weinstein, good morning. Good morning, Your Honor. All right, Mr. Huey and Mr. Matthews Sr., good morning. Good morning, Your Honor. All right, Mr. Nichols and Mr. Garner, good morning, gentlemen. Mr. Ryan and Mr. Williams, good morning. All right, Mr. Atkins, Ms. Hilton, and Mr. Smith, good morning. Good morning, Your Honor. All right. Lieutenant Walker, good morning. All our jurors present?
Yes, Your Honor.
Bless you. All right, counsels. I'm going to mark as the next court exhibit in order an email I received from reports to be drafted by Mr. Weinstein at 11:08 last night. No, 11:05 last night. Asking the court to inquire about the capability of Dexter Montgomery to testify. Mr. Weinstein, unfortunately, your email is not a best representation of a forewarned judge as a happy judge. Why do I say that? I remember back in the fall of 2022, I ruled upon your objections as to the photographs of Mr. Montgomery. And I ruled at that point in time that the photographs, of course, subject to a foundation, would be admissible to show the extent, as the state asked, of what this particular victim's injuries. So I already was on notice as to Mr. Montgomery, and so should you. So my question is, why, as of last night, the first thing, did you then bring this to my attention when you could have brought it to me yesterday, or you could have brought it some other time? And don't give me the for want of belief, because you have just as much of an opportunity to inquire about Mr. Montgomery as the other side does.
You're absolutely correct, Your Honor. There's no reason that I could not have brought this.
So we're working earlier. This weekend, right? I guess, right?
Whatever the court orders,
okay.
I will be available.
Right. Okay. Your
Honor. And I apologize for the late notice, because you are correct.
Ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I mean, come on now, really? I sat here last night before we left. Anything else got to take up? Anything else got to take up? Prompting everybody. And I mean, it's not gotcha lawyering at this point in time, because remember when I told you the people sit in the box, as you said, the longer that they go, the more that it's more difficult for other things that are unintended to happen. So we need to keep them happy, and we need to also keep them involved and engaged. Them waiting on us is not being involved and engaged. It's not.
I agree with that completely, Your Honor. And again, I apologize. But once I came to that realization last night,
after a year of considering this issue?
Yes, Your Honor. That after coming to that realization last night, I just believed that I had to file that request of the court, and I could not let it lie. I should absolutely have come up with that earlier. You are correct. And again, I apologize to the court for the delay.
All right, thank you, sir. All right, is Mr. Montgomery present this morning?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, are there any issues under 601 that I really do need to consider?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, all right. Your motion is denied, sir. All right.
Thank you.
Anything else?
Yes, sir. Your Honor, I believe one of the witnesses, state witnesses to be called this morning is going to be crime scene technician Lynette Robertson. I believe that's the woman who was here on yesterday afternoon.
Yes.
Who asked to come back.
Yes.
We were advised and had been provided with information previously, consistent with the court's order, that she would be here to testify in regards to the Dexter Montgomery incident.
And some other instances to introduce or to attempt to introduce some other evidence.
Well, that notification came on yesterday evening. I believe.
No, yeah, from the state, they did tell us, and while we're in court, they said they're going to make a decision as to whether or not CS Tech Montgomery they were going to ask her to, as well as to go ahead and offer some other instances. So Ms. Love mentioned that in open court yesterday.
Okay, I don't recall that. What I did get, however, at it came in at 8:15 on yesterday evening.
She said it was going to be disposed by 7, so she's an hour and something late.
Well, what I did get at 8:15 on yesterday evening was an email from Mr. Brown indicating that CST Robertson was going to be tested. We were going to try to introduce other photographs, evidence through her, and it listed what those were in regards to specific intrinsic acts. There was also a link attached so that we could be advised and apprised of exactly what exhibits presumably she'd be testifying to. That link was not, I saw this email last night sometime after 11 p.m. It cannot be opened. I'm not aware, and I'm willing to be corrected if anyone else recalls differently, that the photographs that were referenced in there. Okay. Somewhere in our discovery that's been served previously, but they're not attached in the link, we can't open the link, so don't know exactly where they are. And so our position would be that we should have been, I don't recall them saying specifically these items or these exhibits were going to be introduced to Ms. Robertson.
I do, sir. I really did. That was the last thing Ms. Love said last night. So subject to a foundation, I'll let them attempt to introduce those, okay?
Well, I would at the very least ask, and I spoke to Ms. Hilton about it a little earlier, that she at least advise us where in the discovery we've been served previously those photographs are, since we can't open the attachment that was sent on yesterday evening.
All right. Okay.
Good morning, Your Honors. 88 Seth Brown.
Good morning, Mr. Brown.
As it has been remarked, the state did provide notice of the additional acts for which Ms. Robertson would be potentially subject to the proper foundation, entering certain pieces of evidence, namely crime scene photos that were taken from other incidents related to this overall case. I thought as a courtesy to share with the defense last night, just to let them know, as opposed in an effort of judicial economy and to streamline the trial, as the court has been remarked with, I'd like to see that we just do it all at one time and then do with them as needed later. It does appear as of now, Your Honor, that Mr. Kearns has been able to access as he requested. Unbeknownst to me last night when I sent the link, I didn't realize it was password protected. I've never had such issue. Mr. Kearns did in fact send a request for approval to access such documents. I would suggest that if the defense counsel would like to do the same, because of the size of the pictures, that is why I opted to do it that way. I can't send them ordinarily through email because it's just too large of a megabyte. I can provide, as a Chief Deputy District Attorney Love has indicated, we can get them printed copies in the interim. I do have copies that will be admitted in court if they want to take a look at them. Either is an option to forego stalling anything further.
Okay. All right.
I have the discovery link when it was served. Your Honor, it was served back in May 23rd, 2023, and it should be in the Discovery 11, Discovery under Acts 16 through 20. And the incident dates are from January 8th, 2015 and January 22nd, 2015.
All right. Okay. Summon our jurors, please, madam.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Requested, but I can trust him.
All rise for the jury. Your Honor, all jurors are present.
All right, thank you, Lieutenant Walker. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, good morning. Good morning. All right, you still sound good. Caffeine levels are still high. All right. Before we go ahead and call our next witness, any issues with filming him? Huh? Okay, all right. All right, members of the media, please do not film our next witness, okay? Thank you. All right, okay, who's your next witness? I apologize. Call your next witness.
Your Honor, the state calls Dexter Montgomery.
All right, summon Mr. Montgomery, please.
Yeah.
Mr. Montgomery, good morning. Come on up to the witness stand, please, sir. Mr. Montgomery, go ahead and sit down. Have a seat, sir. Once you get comfortable, we're going to go ahead and administer the oath to you, all right?
Okay.
Okay. All right, Lieutenant Walker.
Montgomery. Please raise your right hand. Do you swear affirm the testimony you shall give to the court today will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you?
I do.
Please state your full name for the record.
Dexter Corey Montgomery Jr.
Can you spell it?
DEXTERMONTGOMERY Jr. JR Corwin CORWIN.
Thank you. Can you slide up just a little bit, speak into the mic, please?
Mr. Montgomery, good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Mr. Montgomery, could you please introduce yourself to the jury, please?
Hey, how you doing? I'm Dexter Montgomery.
Mr. Montgomery, how old are you, sir?
35.
35. And Mr. Montgomery, do you have a nickname that you go by?
I do.
And what's your nickname?
Pooh.
Okay. Mr. Montgomery, could you tell the members of the jury why you are here today?
I'm here to seek justice for my injury, for my A gunshot wound.
And Mr. Montgomery, is this your first time coming to court to talk about what happened to you?
It is.
Okay. Now, Ms. Montgomery, I want to talk to you about your life before you got shot, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Can you tell the jury where you were born and raised?
Say again, sir?
In Atlanta, Georgia.
Hold on.
I'm born and raised here in Atlanta, Georgia.
Hold on, Mr. Montgomery, one second. Yeah, come on up.
Mr. Montgomery, where did you go to high school?
Cobb County. South Cobb High School.
And did you play any sports?
I did.
What sports did you play?
Football.
What position did you play?
Defensive end.
I'm sorry?
Defensive end.
Okay. I want to turn your attention to the incident where you were injured on April 12, 2015. Would you tell the jury how that day started for you?
Actually, I was waking up, I woke up, I was in the house. I was in the house, my grandmom said she wanted something from the store. So, and I asked her what she wanted, and I told her I would go to the store and get it for her. And my little cousin was in the house and he has a vehicle and I didn't, so I told him if I can get a ride. I asked him if I can get a ride up to the store because we live near the store.
Okay.
To get my grandma something, what she wanted from the store.
And who is your little cousin?
Cornelius.
Okay. Does he have a nickname?
Yes.
Okay. And so where did you reside at that time?
With my grandma.
Okay. What area?
The area is known as Lakewood.
And what store was y'all?
The Citgo.
Okay. So did Neil come and pick you up?
No, he was at the house too. And he was going to, and he had a spot. He had a house near the area, and he was going up that way. So I asked him if he can drop me off to the store on the way up there to get grandma what she needed from the store.
Okay. So what's Neil's last name?
Davis.
And what's his nickname?
Neil.
Okay. So Neil comes pick you up?
No, he was already at the house.
He was already at the house?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. So you guys go to the store.
Mm-hmm.
What happens then?
She was on the way up to the store, and that's when I got shot. I was in the passenger side, and that's when I got shot. I was in the car.
Do you remember the type of car y'all was in?
Yes,
And what type of car was that?
a Camaro.
Was anyone else in the car with you guys?
Yes, but I don't know the name of him.
After you were shot, do you know how, did you go to the hospital?
I did.
Do you know how long you stayed in the hospital?
I don't.
No. Okay.
I mean, I can't recall. My memory kind of fuzzy.
Okay.
Well, not kind of fuzzy, but my memory is fuzzy.
Okay. Were you recently in the hospital?
I was
And why were you recently in the hospital?
asthma
Okay.
and
Anything?
seizures.
Okay.
I have seizures because of the gunshot. Now,
How frequently do you have those seizures?
maybe about like a couple every month.
Do you recall anything while you guys were at the Citco?
No.
No. Okay. Court's indulgence, Your Honor.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Montgomery, do you recall going to the Citco gas station?
I'm sorry?
Do you recall going to the Citco gas station?
Do I recall going to it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. And in that time period, from the time leaving your grandmother's house to going to the Citco gas station, did you have any kind of beef or anything with anyone?
No.
No. Okay. Ms. Montgomery, how do you feel about Neil today?
I mean, he's my cousin. My family, so I love him.
Okay. I'm going to show you what's been already admitted as 3 Bravo Bravo. Publishing 3 Bravo Bravo now, Your Honor.
It's already been shown, defense counsel?
Yes, it's already admitted.
Okay, all right.
Ms. Montgomery, can you look to your left or, yeah, can you look to your left? Who is that a picture of?
What am I looking at? I mean, what am I looking for? Right there?
Yes.
That's that's Neil.
Neil?
Yeah.
Okay. And how long have you known Neil?
Shit, my whole life.
Okay. Are y'all
Like I said, in my family. So,
Okay. Mr. Montgomery, do you know a person named DK?
no.
Do you know a person named OG Bentley?
No.
Do you know an individual by the name of Rodney Allison?
No.
Do you know a person by the name of Walter Murphy? Have you ever had any kind of contact with any of those individuals?
Nope.
No further questions at this time, Your Honor.
Cross.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ms. Montgomery, good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Can you hear me okay?
I can.
All right. Just have a few questions for you, please, about what you just testified to. If I heard you correctly, you talked about the day that this incident occurred back in 2015. Is that right?
Right.
Okay. And if I heard you correctly, your testimony was that you remember on that day that you woke up in your house over in Lakewood, correct?
Right.
And your testimony is that you were at some point going to go to the store to get something for your grandmother. Is that right?
Right.
And you were going to go to the Citgo
Right.
to get that item for your grandmother.
Right.
Do you recall what it was you were supposed to be getting for her?
No.
Okay, but you do recall that that's where you were going to go and get it from the Citgo, is that right? Mm-hmm. Okay, is that a yes?
Right.
Okay. You said Neil was at the house,
Right.
and there were other individuals at the house as well, is that right?
Right.
Now, you got in a vehicle, is that correct?
Right.
And is it your testimony that you got into a Camaro?
Correct.
Okay. Were you driving the vehicle or were you a passenger?
I was a passenger.
You were a passenger in the vehicle? And you went to the Citgo where you were going to go get that item for your grandmother, is that correct?
Correct.
Now, do you recall how many people were in the car with you?
No.
Okay. And do you recall anyone in the car having any weapons, any guns?
No.
When you got to the Citgo, am I correct that you never exited the car to go into the Citgo?
Correct.
Okay.
We never even made it to the Citgo.
You never got to the Citgo?
No.
Is it your testimony that this incident occurred, you were shot before you even got to the Citgo gas station?
Correct.
Do you remember exactly where you were when that actually happened?
On Browns Mill Road.
Okay.
Going up Browns Mill Road towards Jonesboro Road.
Okay. So you drove from where you were originally, going up Browns Mill Road, correct?
Correct.
And at some point before you got to the Citgo, there was a shooting that left you injured.
Correct.
All right. D'Angelo White. Who is D'Angelo White?
I have no idea.
Okay. Do you recall that at some point after you got out of the hospital, you had an interview with some police officers by the name of Gaither and Dennis? Do you remember that at all?
No.
Okay. Do you have any recollection of at least Atlanta police detectives coming to your house and asking you questions about the incident?
No.
Do you have any recollection whatsoever of meeting with anyone at your house and indicating that you had absolutely no memory of anything that happened on that evening, either before, during, or after the incident?
No.
I understand that you don't have a lot of memory about what happened after the incident occurred, after the shooting, but would I be correct that your memory is fairly clear about what happened prior to?
No, you wouldn't be right.
Okay. But you are certain that this incident happened before you got to the Citgo, is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. Do you recall prior to getting into the vehicle whether or not anyone got into the vehicle with any guns?
Nobody. Not that I know of.
Okay. Did I hear you say earlier that you are not familiar with the name DK?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have any recollection of being asked by anyone with the Atlanta Police Department about DK and saying that you had heard that name before?
No.
At any time after the incident occurred, were you asked to come to court in regards to someone named DK being related to or connected with this incident?
Not that I can recall.
Okay. Did you ever had any communication with the district attorney's office prior to the past few months or so?
Yeah, I do. They came to the house.
Okay. When was that, recently?
Maybe about a month and a half ago.
Okay. No time back in 2015?
No time back in 2015.
Okay. All right, one moment, please. Thank you. I think that's all I have.
All right. Anyone else? All right, Mr. Matthews.
Good morning, Mr. Montgomery. My name is Carrington Matthews, and I represent Mr. Huey in this matter. Back in 2015, 2016, is it your testimony that you were not contacted by any member of the district attorney's office concerning any other case that involved you?
Right.
No one contacted you to talk about any resolutions?
No.
No one contacted you
No.
regarding
No.
anything?
No. I just said no.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
All right, Mr. Sharp.
Sir? You mentioned a cousin named Neil that was in the car? Neil?
Okay,
Is that correct?
correct.
What is Neil's last name?
Davis.
And where is Neil Davis right now?
I have no idea.
Is he in Atlanta?
Yes, I think so.
Okay. All right, thank you. I have no further questions.
Anyone else? Any redirect?
Just briefly, Your Honor.
Mr. Montgomery, I forgot to ask you, can you tell the jury where you got shot? What body part?
My head,
Okay, can you show the jury the portion of your head where you got shot?
right here. Where the dent is. You can see the marks right there. The staples and the stitches right there.
Can you kindly turn toward the jury? This way. And can you show the jury where the portion?
Right here. Where the dent is. There's no skull there.
Now, you mentioned you drove it, you guys were in a Camaro. Is the Camaro your memory today?
Yes.
Mr. Montgomery, how has being shot affected your memory today?
It makes me not have one. Makes my memory go in and out.
And do you remember leaving the sit-go and then getting shot?
No, I told you we didn't make it to the sit-go. We got shot before we made it to the sit-go.
Permission to approach, Your Honor?
You may, sir.
Mr. Montgomery, may I approach? I'm showing you what's been pre-marked as State's Exhibit 4 Bravo Bravo Alpha and
The old
4
picture.
Bravo Bravo. Do you recognize those photos?
That's me.
Is that a fair and accurate representation of yourself? Is that a fair and accurate representation of you?
Yeah, that's me.
What about this photo?
That's me.
Which one are you talking about, this photo?
4 Bravo Bravo,
Okay,
Your Honor.
all right.
That's fine. That's it. Actually, there's more than one. Yep, two. Thank you. Master approach.
All right.
and 4 Bravo Bravo for admission. 4 Bravo Bravo and 4 Bravo Bravo Alpha.
All right. Any further objection? Otherwise, that's
Same objection, Your Honor. Now with you continuing.
okay. We'll be continuing. I'm going to admit it over the objection.
And permission to publish. Your Honor.
Publish this.
Mr. Montgomery, is that a photo of you before
It
this
is.
incident?
Mm-hmm.
And about how old were you at that time?
I have no idea. Probably maybe about 14, 15.
I'm now publishing states 4 Bravo Bravo Alpha. Correction, I'm now publishing 4 Bravo Bravo. States 4 Bravo Bravo. Mr. Montgomery, I'm now showing you what's been admitted as 4 Bravo Bravo. Who is that?
It's me.
Very accurate representation of yourself.
It is.
Is this after you were shot?
Yes. I think so. I'm not sure.
Permission to approach, Your Honor?
Yes.
Mr. Montgomery, do you recognize this photo? States Exhibit 84 Bravo Bravo?
No.
No further questions, Your Honor.
All right. Read what she said. Mr. Adams.
Thank you, Judge. Just one or two last questions. I think I heard you say, Mr. Montgomery, that the DA's office spoke to you recently or within the past few months about the case. Is that right?
Wrong. You didn't hear me say that.
No?
No.
Okay. Well, let me ask you this. They didn't contact you back in 2015. Is that right?
Right.
Did they ever notify you that the person who was convicted of shooting you, Mr. Walter Murphy, had struck a deal with him?
No.
They never told you that either?
No.
All right. Thank you.
Anything further? Any other? Makes sense. All right. Anything further?
No, Your Honor.
All right. And we permanently or temporarily excuse Mr. Montgomery?
Permanently, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Montgomery, I'm going to permanently excuse you as a witness. You're free to go. Just don't discuss your testimony with anybody except the attorneys in this case. Okay, and thank you for your coming today, sir.
Wait one second. Wait. If you take it out, lift it. Lift it again.
Have him sit down.
Sit.
Have him sit back down. Step back up there, sit down.
Just sit right here. And let me take this off your foot, okay? Lift it. Gotcha. Okay, come. You could come. Come this way. I got you. Follow me, okay? This way.
Got some more. Okay, I understand what you're saying.
Okay.
All right, councils, we're going to take a comfort break for about maybe 10 minutes or so, and then we'll stage your next witness here? Yes. Okay, all right. We'll do that, and then we'll see where the day leads us, okay? All right, we're in recess, 10 minutes. All rise. All right, ladies and gentlemen, our jury's left just to see when we get back to break, can the court just inform us whether there was any communication from the jury to take that break? I don't know if there was, sort of deputy first report. No, it's a court-related matter, okay? We're gonna need to take up some housekeeping, okay? Some physical housekeeping, all right? Thank you, sir. You ready? All right, let's get back on the record. Sergeant Ingram, all our participants back?
Yes, sir. Everybody's present.
Okay, good. All right. Can we summon our jurors, please?
Yes, sir.
Your Honor, when it's appropriate, can I just make a record when it's appropriate at the end of the day?
About what, sir?
Just what happened, just so the record can reflect.
Mr. Steele, I control certain things, okay? And that's just the housekeeping, okay? The witness here, the seat was soiled. That's what had to be cleaned. Sergeant Ingram was the person that noticed that, and we took care of that. So I think we can leave it at that point.
I wasn't referring, and I appreciate that, and thank you, but I wasn't referring to that.
What are you referring to?
This honorable court properly granted victim impact exclusion under WALLER, W-A-L-L-E-R versus state. It's been cited previously. I could get you cited if you need. Then I just want the record to reflect, since it's not going to be on camera, when the state called Mr. Montgomery, he came into the courtroom. He was not already seated in the witness chair. And he came in the courtroom, and my word would be shuffled in with a cane type object, like a stick type of cane.
Staff.
A staff, okay. And he sat down with the help of a victim witness / investigator from the Fulton County DA's office, who sits often in your courtroom on the district attorney's side, comes up at times, talks with the district attorney who's closest to the jury. The first question from the honorable prosecutor was something to the effect of, whatever the record shows, tell us why you're here. I want justice for the people who did this. Whatever the quote is, I don't remember, but it's something to that. I then asked to approach. The next question was also victim impact. Your honorable court stated that tried the case, that leave out victim impact. We appreciate that. And then when we're leaving, when the witness was asked to leave, he was struggling, my view, he was struggling to get up, and he was being helped again by the investigator with DA's office in front of the jury. A juror actually got up and gave room. And I just want the record to reflect all that, because you already ruled no victim impact, and it was breached, my word would be intentionally, by DA's office. And I believe that that goes against what we're doing here.
Okay, since you're crafting that for the record, I'm going to craft what I saw. I saw a witness who had physical limitations come in our courtroom, who was helped by the DA's office and our sheriff's team to sit down. And that was the only thing that I believe that the record should reflect and craft. So,
And to leave.
And to leave. And I think that that would be appropriate for any witness that we have, Mr. Steele. So I'll note it for the record, but I'm just putting on what the court observed. And is there anything else?
The only other issue, the state, I say, intentionally violated the court's order to leave out victim impact.
Okay, but I already ruled upon that. So
You ruled upon motion in limine granted. They do it. You tell them not to do it. I mean,
but you objected appropriately, and I ruled on it. So
okay, all right. Thank you.
okay, all right. Yes, sir.
And I was not getting into that other matter, but
I'm sorry?
I understand that.
No, it's fine. But I wanted you to make sure that that there was no other communication with any other jurors. That was, that I control the housekeeping and other things to keep everyone in good health and for your protection. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. Your next witness ready?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. Let's call some of our jurors. right, ladies and gentlemen, please be seated.
Judge President, Counsel.
All right, thank you, Sergeant Ingram. All right, State, call your next witness.
Good morning, Your Honor. The state calls crime scene technician Lynette Robertson.
What's her last name, Ms. Sorry?
Robertson?
Robertson, okay. All right. Ms. Robertson, good morning, madam. If you could please approach the witness stand. Come on up. Madam, once you get there, before you sit down, if you would be so kind to turn and face Sergeant Ingram and be sworn as a witness.
Please raise your right hand. You swear affirm the testimony you give the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Have a seat. State and spell your first and last name for the court.
My name is Lynette Robertson, Lynnette, Robertson, Robertson.
Good morning, Ms. Robertson. How are you?
Good morning. I could be better.
Okay. Are you employed?
I am.
Okay. What do you do?
I'd rather not say.
Okay. Was there ever a time that you worked for APD?
Yes, there was.
And does APD stand for the Atlanta Police Department?
Yes, it does.
Okay. And what was your official role at the Atlanta Police Department?
At which capacity?
Okay. Was there ever a time that you served as a crime scene technician?
Yes.
And can you describe for the jury what your duties and responsibilities were in that role?
As a crime scene tech, I am to respond to emergency calls, process crime scenes as they happen.
And when did you begin working at APD?
I don't recall the exact year. I've been working with them for 14 and a half years.
Okay. Are you still working with APD?
No, I'm not.
Okay. And going to transition here to a particular day in question. Do you recall working on April 12th, 2015?
I would have to refer to money.
Okay. Your Honor, at this time, I am showing defense counsel has already been served in discovery and then pre-marked states exhibit 98 Bravo Bravo. Thank you. I'm now approaching the witness with what has been pre-marked as State's Exhibit 98 Bravo Bravo. Ms. Robertson, or CST Robertson, excuse me, would you take a moment to refresh your recollection with your report, and once you've done so, you can look back up at me. Okay. Well, let me ask you a couple of other questions now that I see you booked up. Do you recognize that document?
Yes.
Okay, and how do you recognize it?
By what's on the paper.
Okay. Is there a portion on there that shows that you authored that document?
I see my last name.
Okay. And can you tell the jury what type of information is contained in such a report that's in front of you?
I would object and read on the document unless it's been introduced.
I stand the objection. You can lay a little more foundation, sir, if you like.
On your own memory, without reading from the document, can you tell the jury what is usually contained in such a report?
What's usually contained is the date, the incident, maybe the type of the time, and evidence collected, a narrative, a summary.
Okay. And is the document that is in front of you in the same or substantially the same condition as it was when you authored it in 2015?
I believe so, yes.
Okay. At this time, Your Honor, the state now offers into evidence State's Exhibit 98, Bravo, Bravo.
Any objection or further objection to states 98 Bravo Bravo?
Yes, improper foundation, computation, I believe it was cumulative of what the testimony.
Can I see it, please?
Yes, you may. May I approach you?
Yes, you may. All right, Mr. Adams, I'm going to overrule your objection. I'll note it for the record, okay? I'm going to admit states 98 Bravo Bravo over objection. You may use it as you see fit.
Thank you, Your Honor. Okay.
I'm sorry, let me also add to that, continue with the rules.
I'm sorry? That's later. That's later, sir. Okay? All right.
Okay. Can you tell the jury to what APD case number that report corresponds?
Case number is 151-022-458.
And on what date what is that particular case associated with?
April 12th to April 13th.
Okay. As you'll see to your left, Your Honor, I will ask for permission for the witness to relocate as necessary to use the board. If you would, thank you, Your Honor. If you would be as kind, given the court's permission to write the case number associated with the timeline date that you have just called down. You may be seated. All right. Yes. And I'll let you hold on to that because we'll be using it again. Okay. According to your report, what area were you called out to on April the 12th, 2015?
It's 1987 Fremont.
Okay. And in what county is that address located?
Fulton County.
Okay. And would you tell the jury what type of call you responded to according to your report?
A shooting.
Okay. And was there a time that you did in fact go out to that particular location that you just described?
Yes.
Okay. And can you tell the jury what, if anything, you did based on your report when you arrived to that location on that day and time?
Can I take a moment?
Sure. You can actually read from your report.
You want me to read what I did?
Yes, please.
On, excuse me, on 4/12/2015, CST L. Robertson was called for service at the location of 1987 Fremont Street for a shooting. I took photographs, see attached photos. I collected a green and color Seahawks hat with reddish brown stains. I was relocated to an intersection of Browns Mill Road and at Harper Street. I took photographs. I collected and processed 2 FC-13 shell casings for fingerprints. No prints of value were located. The 2 FC-13 shell casings were submitted into the APD crime lab for further processing. The green and color Seahawks hat that was submitted into the property control unit as evidence, and no further requests were made by officers.
Okay, so I want to unpack some of what you just read for the jury. When you go out to the scene, you indicated that you took photos. Would you recognize any of such photos if they were shown you there?
Yes.
All right. Your Honor, I am now approaching defense counsel with states, or what has been shared in discovery process already, and what has been pre-marked as states exhibits 8 Bravo Bravo to 53 Bravo Bravo. Then there's a jump to 80 Bravo to 97 Bravo. Bravo Bravo, excuse me, 97 Bravo Bravo, Madam Court.
Dates 80 to 90, what?
So it would be 8 Bravo Bravo to 53 Bravo Bravo and 80 Bravo Bravo to 97 Bravo Bravo.
All right.
And while the defense counsel is reviewing those exhibits, I want to ask you a few more questions, CST Robertson. According to your report, what time did you go out to the crime scene that you described just a few moments ago?
Let me look.
Sure.
The call was received at 22:01, and I was responded at 22:45.
Now, I'm not good with military time. I barely can do math. Can you tell the jury what time that is regularly, please?
Sorry, believe it's 10:01 p.m. and I got there at 10:45 p.m.
All right. I am now approaching you with states exhibits 8 Bravo Bravo to 53 Bravo Bravo, and followed by states exhibits 80 Bravo to 97 Bravo Bravo. I want to give you a second to take some time to review all such exhibits, and after you have done so, you can look back up at me. Okay. I see that you just now looked up. Do you recognize, well, what are states exhibits 8 Bravo Bravo to 53 Bravo Bravo and states exhibits 80 Bravo Bravo to 97 Bravo Bravo?
Photographs of a crime scene.
Okay. And how do you know what they are?
How do I know what they are?
Yes.
Looking in the photograph.
Do they appear to be something that you know?
That I would recognize?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. And are those photographs that are in front of you now that have been called out as states exhibits 8 Bravo Bravo to 53 Bravo Bravo and 80 Bravo Bravo to 97 Bravo Bravo in the same, or will accurately and fairly depict the crime scene that you took photographs on the date of April the 12th, 2015?
Yes.
Okay. And have they been changed in any way according, based on what's in front of you?
No.
Okay. Your Honor, at this time, the state now moves to admit into evidence State's Exhibits 8 Bravo Bravo to 53 Bravo Bravo, followed by State's Exhibits 80 Bravo Bravo to 97 Bravo Bravo.
All right. Any objection to states 8 Bravo Bravo to 53 Bravo Bravo first? All right, they're admitted.
Okay.
How about states 80 Bravo Bravo to 97 Bravo Bravo? All right, they're admitted. Both sets may be published as you see fit.
Thank you, Your Honor. Okay, we are going to start with State's Exhibit 8 Bravo Bravo and go in sequential order as, start with State's Exhibit 11 Bravo Bravo, and we're going to jump around here. And Ms. Robertson, I would turn your attention more so to the screen because those are going to be in a slightly different order than the way you have them in front of you. So turning to your left, and there's actually an ability if you tap that screen to annotate if it should become necessary.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. So Ms. Robertson, I want to direct your attention to State's Exhibit 11 Bravo Bravo. What are we looking at here?
A photograph of the address number.
Okay. And why would you have taken a photograph of such number?
The incident location.
Okay. Does that capture the general area that you were in with the incident? That address number?
It just captures the address number.
Okay. Is that the address number to which you responded to on April the 12th, 2015?
Yes, sir.
Okay. We're going to now turn our attention to State's Exhibit 80 Bravo Bravo. Okay. Ms. Robertson, can you tell the jury what we're looking at here?
You're looking at an overall photograph of the location.
Okay. And is that the home? Is that the home behind the address on the mailbox that we looked at in the previous exhibit, noted as State's Exhibit 11 Bravo Bravo?
Yes.
Okay. Is it fair to say this is a landscape view further out?
Yes.
Okay. All right. I want to turn your attention now to State's Exhibit 8 Bravo Bravo. All right. Can you describe or tell the jury what we're looking at here?
You're looking at the street in front of 1987 Fremont.
Okay. Now, I just want to be clear. Is that 1987 the street of Fremont?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Can you describe this vehicle? Was that vehicle a part of your crime scene investigation?
Yes.
What color is that vehicle?
Blue.
And can you describe? Make sure to see if I can adjust this for you. For reporters that needs to adjust, let me know. Can you describe what you see near the rear driver's side tire, if you can?
It looks like medical supplies and stuff on the ground.
Okay. And were the doors to that vehicle open? Thank you. Were the doors to this vehicle open upon your arrival to that crime scene?
Yes.
Okay. All right. And I also would like to know, was that debris or medical equipment, as you have described it, there prior to your arrival?
Meaning, was it there before I was there?
Excuse me, poor question. Let me re-ask. Were those items on the ground there upon your arrival?
It was already there when I was taking pictures.
Okay. All right. Better answer poor question. All right. Let's turn your attention now to State's Exhibit 13 Bravo Bravo. All right. What are we looking at here, CST Robertson?
Overall photograph of the back of the vehicle.
Okay. And is it fair to say that this is just a closer view of the last exhibit that we just looked at?
Yes.
Okay. And from this photo, can you tell, and if I'll have some assistance from Senior ADA Atkins, can you tell if the windows to the driver's side are up or down? If you could zoom in just a little bit to the driver's side. Just a moment. Technological glitch. Okay. All right. Can't get it, okay?
I can't really tell.
Okay, no problem. We'll go to another picture. If you could zoom back out just briefly, right there. Can you tell the jury what it is that you see, if anything, on the inside portion of the passenger side, front passenger's door?
I see reddish brown stains on the passenger side front door.
Okay, and in your training and experience as a crime scene technician, what do those reddish brown stains seem to be consistent with?
Consistent with blood.
Okay. All right. Now I'm going to turn your attention to the next state exhibit, which is State's Exhibit 14, Bravo Bravo, which is in front of you. Can you read that license plate tag that is there in front of you on that exhibit?
B is in boy, Z is in zebra, E is in Edward, 2206.
And what county is that vehicle registered based on the tag?
Fulton,
In what state?
Georgia.
All right. And can you tell the jury, based on the rear of the vehicle, what is the make of that car?
A Ford Escape.
Okay. All right. And thank you for the model as well. Is this the same vehicle that was noted in your report that was entered into evidence earlier as State's Exhibit 98, Bravo Bravo?
Give me 1 second.
Sure.
Hang on, missing that page.
Okay. Is it?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Can we turn to the next exhibit in order? All right. Is that a closer view of the last exhibit that we read? Just a review?
Yes.
All right. And that is, for the record, State's Exhibit 81, Bravo Bravo. Now turning to the next exhibit, State's Exhibit 93, Bravo Bravo. What is that?
It's a picture of a VIN number.
Okay. And I'm going to now turn your attention to State's Exhibit 10, Bravo Bravo. And what are we looking at here?
Another shot of the street of 1987 Fremont Street.
Okay. And do you see anything near the front passenger tire?
Yes.
Okay. From this picture, can you tell if the driver's window is up or down?
It looks down.
And you can actually turn to that behind you if you need, behind you to look at the television.
It looks down.
Okay.
Or it might be tinted, I don't know.
Okay, we'll go to the next exhibit, no problem. Let's turn to the next State's exhibit. All right. And if you, Ms. Robertson, can you tell the jury what it is that object that is near the front passenger tire?
It's a hat.
Okay. That hat, can you tell the jury, is that one of the items that you collected and took into evidence based on your report?
It is.
Okay. All right, let's turn to the next exhibit. All right. Is this a closer view of the last exhibit? A closer view of the view that we had in the last exhibit?
Yes.
This is, for the record, states exhibit 16, Bravo, Bravo. Do you see any reddish or brown stains on that hat?
Yes.
All right. If you will, Senior ADA Atkins, if you can just toggle up just a little bit. I don't know if it would happen. Do you see? There we go. You can move it up just a little bit more. Thank you. Do you see any holes in the windshield?
Yes.
Okay. What do you call, in crime scene tech language, what would you call that on the vehicle?
A defect.
All right. And what does a defect typically come? What do defects come from of this type in this photo, based on your training experience?
They come from a gun in a shooting.
Okay. Is that consistent with what you were called out for on the 12th of April, 2015?
Yes.
All right. Let's turn to the next state's exhibit. All right. All right. Then, for the record, we are now viewing 26 Bravo, Bravo. Is it fair to say that this is just a closer view of the last photograph that we reviewed?
Not the last photograph, but a close up of the front of the vehicle.
Understood. Next state's exhibit. All right. Now, based on this photo, I want to ask you: do you see any reddish or brownish stains inside the vehicle?
Yes.
All right. And based on this photograph, can you tell the jury whether or not you see any on the center console?
Yes.
And do you see any blood anywhere else in the vehicle?
On the passenger and driver's seat.
Okay. And if you would zoom out just a little bit, Senior ADA Atkins, can you tell the jury right there? Can you tell the jury whether you see that the rear windows are up or down?
Up.
All right. If we can toggle over to the left just a little bit, Senior ADA Atkins, does that window appear to be up or down?
Up.
All right. Next exhibit, please. All right, we are now viewing State's Exhibit 28, Bravo, Bravo. CST Robertson, what are we looking at here?
We're looking at the reddish brown stains and the defect in the windshield.
Okay. We can now turn to the next exhibit. All right. We're now looking at State's Exhibit 29, Bravo, Bravo. Ms. Robertson, is this just a closer view of the defect in the window that you described in the last exhibit?
Yes.
All right. Question was, did you find any, strike that. Next exhibit, please. For the record, we are now looking at State's Exhibit 9, Bravo, Bravo. CST Robertson, can you tell us what we're seeing in this particular photograph?
We're looking at the overall of the driver's side of the vehicle.
Okay. From this photo, if you can zoom in, Senior ADA Atkins, just to the driver's side window, can you tell the jury whether that window appears to be up or down?
Up.
Okay, I just wanted to confirm that. Now, can we turn to the next State's exhibit, please? We're now looking at State's Exhibit 84, Bravo, Bravo. Ms. Robertson, what are we looking at here?
Closer up of the driver's side of the vehicle.
Is it customary to take a few of the same angles or shots of the vehicle or a crime scene?
Yes.
Why might one do that?
You might catch something different in the next picture that you missed in the first one. You take several pictures.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Go ahead.
Is that what you were possibly doing when you took multiples of each of these angles?
Yes.
All right. Next exhibit, please. We're looking at State's Exhibit 85, Bravo, Bravo. Is this just another such of the same view that we've had in the last exhibit?
Yes.
All right. Next exhibit. CST Robertson, what are we looking at here?
We're looking closer of the inside of the front of the vehicle.
Okay.
The front inside of the vehicle.
Is this coming from the passenger or the front passenger or driver's side of the vehicle?
This is from the front driver's side.
Okay. Now, can you look at the bottom of the floorboard where the driver's seat is? Do you see any glass? Okay. Do you see any glass on the inside on the floor?
No.
Any bullets?
No.
Any shell casings?
No.
Okay. Did you recover any bullets or shell casings from the crime scene within the vehicle?
1 second.
No problem.
No.
Okay. All right, next state's exhibit, please. All right, what are we looking here in state's exhibit 23, Bravo, Bravo? What are we looking at here, CST Robertson?
We're looking at a closer view of the reddish brown stains in the middle console.
Okay. Do you see any reddish brown stains on the front passenger side door?
Yes, you can see that in this view as well.
Okay. Next state's exhibit, please, Senior 88 Atkins. All right. And here in state's exhibit 24, Bravo, Bravo, what are we looking at?
Reddish brown stains in the middle.
Okay. Do you see any on the bottle that is depicted here?
Yes.
All right. When you evaluated this crime scene, did you look in the center console for anything?
Yes.
Okay. Did you find anything of value?
No.
All right. Next state's exhibit, please. Okay. Here, state's exhibit 25, Bravo, Bravo. Can you tell the jury what we have here?
A close-up of reddish brown stains.
And we're going to turn to the next state's exhibit, please. All right. CST Robinson, what angle are we looking at here of the vehicle?
We're looking at the back driver's side, the back inside of the driver's side.
Okay. Is it fair to say that this is the back rear of the driver's side?
Yes.
Okay. And do you see any reddish brown stains in this particular photograph?
Yes.
Which is constituted as State's Exhibit 86, Bravo, Bravo. And where do you see those where do you see those reddish brown stains, CST Robertson?
On the passenger seat?
Okay. Next exhibit, please. Okay. And what angle of the vehicle are we looking at here in State's Exhibit 15, Bravo, Bravo?
We're looking at the passenger side of the vehicle. Passenger front.
Sure. Do you see any reddish brown stains in this particular photograph?
Yes.
And where do you see them?
On the door and on the ground.
Okay. There you go. Do you see any inside on the floor near the passenger side?
Yes.
Okay. And we can now turn to the next state's exhibit. State's Exhibit 82, Bravo, Bravo. Is it fair to say that this is yet another such duplicate or similar photo as the last state's exhibit?
Yes.
Okay. And do you see anything near the front passenger wheel of the vehicle?
Yes.
All right. And what might that be?
A hat.
All right. Is that the same hat that you recovered, took into evidence upon responding to this crime scene?
Yes.
Okay. And we're going to turn to the next state's exhibit. Okay, state's exhibit 83, Bravo, Bravo. Is this yet another similar photo that we just reviewed in the last state's exhibit?
Yes.
Okay, we can turn to the next state's exhibit. All right, here at state's exhibit 32, Bravo, Bravo. CST Robertson, can you tell us what we're looking at here at this view?
We're looking at a closer view of the passenger side front door.
Okay. Do you see those reddish brown stains that you described earlier?
With reddish brown stains.
Where do you see those stains?
On the door and on the seat and a little on the ground.
Okay. Next state's if we can go up a little bit, to the actual door. CST Robertson, can you tell this jury whether you see, or can you tell from this photo up to the passenger? There we go. Can you tell from this photo, and if not, we can go to the next one. Can you tell from this photo whether that window is up or down?
Up.
Okay. All right. Do you see, now if you can pan over to the floorboard, Senior 88 Atkins, can you see any glass in there on the floor?
No.
Do you see any shell casings on the floor?
No.
Any live ammunition?
No.
Okay. Next state's exhibit, please. We're now viewing State's Exhibit 18, Bravo, Bravo. Is this another view of the same angle that you just took in the prior State's Exhibit?
Yes.
Okay. We are going to turn now to the next State's Exhibit. State's Exhibit 20, Bravo, Bravo. Can you tell the jury what we see here?
Overall view of the passenger front door.
And is
My
that-
reddish brown stains.
Yes, ma'am. Sorry, I apologize. And is that window up or down?
Slightly down.
Okay. All right. Let's look at the next State's Exhibit. All right. Is that yet another view of the same photo?
A close-up of the reddish brown stains on the door.
Okay. CST Robertson, I'm going to transition from these exhibits, and if we can pull down that published exhibit and ask you a few more questions. CST Robertson, did you respond to, do you remember working on January the 8th, 2015? Sure. Well, hold just a second. Just a second. Do you recall?
No, I don't recall.
Would anything refresh your recollection for that?
Indeed.
What would refresh your recollection?
My report.
Okay, I am now showing defense counsel what has been pre-marked as State's Exhibit Foxtrot 23.
23 Foxtrot. Counsel, can you all come on up for a second? Can I- I'll recap it in a second, yeah. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, since it's almost about 12:15 and as indicated earlier, since one of your member has a appointment this afternoon, we plan on this being a short workday. So, Ms. Robertson, we're going to pick up with your testimony tomorrow. So please don't discuss your testimony with anybody except the attorneys in this case. I'm going to have you report for 12:30 tomorrow. And we'll start up at 1 o'clock, and we should hopefully be complete with you tomorrow afternoon, okay?
Okay.
All right? Thank you, ma'am. I'm going to release you at this time.
Do I bring these? Okay. This?
You can take it.
Okay.
My bad, my bad.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, any minister or inquiry of me? Anyone? Okay, all right. So tomorrow, consistent with our earlier directions, we're going to go ahead and have you all report for 12:30 for anticipated 1 o'clock start time. We're going to work about 1 to 5 tomorrow, right? Okay. Okay, anything else of me? Okay, let me review with you your admonitions. As you leave, please leave your notepads in the basket. Go ahead and just be in mindfulness that you cannot discuss the case, anything you've heard in onesies and twosies as you go out, as you are gathering, as you're at home this evening or whatever. It would be a violation for you to discuss this. Remember, you can also recap the testimony or recap any of the witnesses that you've heard. Of course, it would be a violation for you to listen to anything on any third-party websites, in the media, any blogs, or any place else that purports to add any additional insight to these particular proceedings. And you can only consider what's in the four walls of this courtroom that's lawfully admitted for your consideration. Remember, you cannot handicap or otherwise discuss the case while you're back there in the jury room or any other places. I have not given you instructions on how to consider the matter, and we'll do so at the appropriate time. All right, don't go by and visit any of the scenes. And if any third party should try and talk with you or reach out to you, that you would need to let Sergeant Ingram and myself know immediately. All right, and lastly, ladies and gentlemen, as I conclude most every time you're here, thank you for your extreme patience, and thank you for the patience that you'll continue to give the parties in the process of this matter. So, ladies and gentlemen, unless you have anything else with me, I'll see you all tomorrow for 12:30, and we'll get started as close to 1 o'clock as we can, okay? All right. All rise. All right, ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. Our jury has left us. All right, two things before tomorrow. Let me summarize the bench conference that was had before our jurors and our witness were released. Mr. Adams and Mr. Brown were up here at the bench, and we covered just ceasing at this point in time before Mr. Brown decided to go into another area. So that's what we covered at the bench. Mr. Adams and Mr. Brown, anything you wish to add or subtract? Okay, all right. That's the sum and substance of our bench conference. Okay, the next thing is a couple things. Please come prepared, as I mentioned earlier. If you have electronic medium, have a printed copy so we can introduce that into the record. Ms. Weaver stays very happy if you do that. Also, continue to send your electronic versions of that same evidence, because we have to have certain things as to for the assembly of our matters that have been admitted or identified into evidence. And the second thing is, please, as you send out electronic access to whatever documents or evidence you may wish to try and present, please make sure it works. And please make sure you send it more timely. Not that I'm over 6 decades and don't appreciate having some rest. But there comes a time in the evening where I don't check emails anymore. And I suspect you all are probably in that particular category, especially if you have families and other people that you administer to. So if you could send them earlier, folks, I know that as advocates, you have to work the task, not the time. But please go ahead as much as you can and send it as early as you can so that we don't have these problems. Because if you do have access problems, you can at least go ahead and deal with them earlier than instead of while your eyes are closed. So, all right, that's all I have. Anything else before tomorrow?
Yes, Your Honor.
Madam.
Regarding the witness that we expect will be here tomorrow, we are...
Who is?
Other than Ms. Robertson, it is also Investigator Gaither, a former retired investigator. And I called counsel for the defendant.
It's doubtful we'll get through him. We'll start, maybe, but okay.
Okay. Well, what I'll do, we are having the redactions that the court ruled on earlier.
Yes, ma'am.
Made in some of the other media that we expect to introduce through her. And we will be sending that over to counsel for the defendants this afternoon. If any of them have any problems with it, I invite them to reach out to me personally and just let me know. I can and will answer my phone after a certain time. So that's all I want to put on her.
Okay, I'd ask that you please, excise out those things and we not make it an exercise of when they get her. I got one more thing I want to take up. So please go ahead and make sure it's complete.
And if there is any other thing that they have not listed on here that we need to look at, if they let me know before we get the redactions made so that we are not at that point tomorrow.
Like I said, send it early so they can go ahead and look at it. Because a lot of times, you all can resolve a lot of your issues yourselves, and I'm not necessarily needed, and I don't feel offended at all. So remember, my biggest task to you all is to keep the delay time in front of this jury down to the absolute minimum. All right, anything else? Anyone?
Just, you probably remember, but I entitled it Motion in Limine number 48, but that deals with the PowerPoint that the state sent us on Friday. I couldn't open it until Sunday. They cured it, but there's issues that I flagged.
Okay, but are they evidentiary issues in terms of things that I need to take up, or what?
Yes, very.
Or is it dependent upon what is testified to?
No, some things are from the internet, and it's like Mr. Dwayne Carter making a statement about don't listen to the person who dresses on his album cover naked or doesn't dress on his album cover, things of that nature, and that would be based upon the rule yesterday. It was hearsay, it was a statement. Yesterday, a photograph of one thing, but a statement is another. Then Detective Dennis, I still don't have his PowerPoint at all, and then in there are videos of Mr. Williams, statements as well, which I don't believe should come in, so we need your court's guidance.
Judge, those matters are not for tomorrow. Those will be later on. We won't have that witness Dennis tomorrow.
Okay, when will we have Mr. Retired Detective Dennis? Is it her or is it him?
Dennis is a he.
Yeah, we've had him before, haven't we? Okay, all right. Have you turned over the other information Mr. Steele's talking about?
The PowerPoint was, I believe that the PowerPoint was provided in discovery, but in July 22, right, in July 22, the first round of discovery. But I will confirm that, and if Mr. Steele has a different set of information, I'm open to him calling and we can talk about it.
Okay.
We don't have to call it slide 238, there's nothing there.
I'm sorry, slide what?
238, it's just nothing. It's like
served in July of 2022.
Okay, has it been updated? Is there now a slide 238?
No, that slide was a placeholder for that particular PowerPoint.
Which is a representation or shows what?
The PowerPoint presentation served in discovery in July of 2022, constructed by Detective Dennis.
Okay, he's saying I don't think he has that yet.
He does. He's
Okay,
just
when
saying
was-
that the slide, it was served in July of 2022.
You just state, Mashpee,
Yes.
just state, send an email where to find it, there's no problem. I'll look at it, and then I can make any further.
We'll make sure.
Okay, when is Detective Dennis going to testify?
It depends on when this one.
Ballpark. Well, this one being who? Gaither.
So, ballpark at the end of this week, since we are cut short a little bit, so either, Friday of this week, or next week. We only have 3 days, so
Okay.
it depends on how long everyone goes with the witness we have on the stand.
All right, well, anything that I need to take up needs to be memorialized so that I can see it, and if we need to plan for it, I can tell our jurors, or we can take, we can address it accordingly.
Okay.
That's from the state as well as the defense, okay?
And then the last thing, but I think you said just earlier, the better for any redaction from Detective Gaither. I'm not 100% sure what is being redacted or what's trying to be shown, so.
Well, that's why I would like Ms. Love to get that to you sooner rather than later, so that it can be, you can look at it, and if you have such concerns or objections, they can be modified by agreement, or they can be modified with the court's intervention. But I don't want to do too much of that, as I mentioned, the morning of we having the jury in place. All right. Anybody else? Okay, all right. Folks, I see you tomorrow at 12:30, okay? All right, we're in recess.